Spiritual meaning of grace and mercy. Grace and mercy, two words often spoken together, yet their spiritual meaning runs deeper than most realize. Grace is a gift you could never earn. Mercy is compassion you may not deserve. Together, they are among the most powerful expressions of divine love. When grace and mercy show up in your life, they carry messages of forgiveness, second chances, and the unseen hand of the universe guiding your path. In this video, we'll uncover the profound spiritual meaning of grace and mercy, and how these forces shape your journey toward awakening. 1. Grace, the unmerited gift. Spiritually, grace is often described as a gift that flows freely from the divine. It cannot be earned by good deeds or demanded by will. It is simply given. Grace is the sudden blessing that enters when you least expect it, the healing that comes after years of pain, the opportunity that appears when all doors seem closed, or the inner peace that washes over you in your darkest hour. It is Spirit's way of reminding us that love is not a transaction, but a gift. To experience grace is to remember that you are already worthy, simply because you exist. 2. Mercy, compassion in action. If grace is a gift, mercy is compassion made visible. Spiritually, mercy is the divine act of sparing us from consequences we may rightfully deserve. It shows up when forgiveness replaces judgment, when kindness overrides punishment, when patience takes the place of anger. Mercy is not weakness, it is strength cloaked in compassion. To encounter mercy is to glimpse the heart of the divine, reminding us that no matter our mistakes, we are never beyond redemption. 3. The balance between grace and mercy. Grace and mercy are not identical, but they work in harmony. Grace gives us blessings we did not earn, while mercy withholds the suffering we may have called upon ourselves. Together, they form a sacred balance, like light and shadow, inhale and exhale. Spiritually, this balance teaches us that life is not only about justice, but also about compassion. When we recognize both grace and mercy in our lives, we learn to walk humbly, grateful for the gifts and lessons we are given. 4. Grace and mercy in the soul's journey. On a deeper level, grace and mercy are signposts on the spiritual path. They remind us that growth is not always linear, and transformation often comes through both failure and forgiveness. Grace may arrive as sudden illumination, a dream, a vision, a revelation that changes everything. Mercy may show itself in the kindness of another, or in the quiet inner voice that whispers, you still have another chance. Spiritually, these experiences remind us that the universe is rooting for our awakening, even when we stumble. 5. Living in grace and mercy. The spiritual meaning of grace and mercy is not only about receiving, it is also about embodying these qualities in our own lives. When you extend grace, you offer generosity without expectation. When you show mercy, you soften judgment with compassion. To live with grace and mercy is to align with the rhythm of the divine, to become a vessel of love, forgiveness, and healing in a world that desperately needs it. This practice not only elevates your spirit, but also raises the vibration of those around you. 6. Signs you are experiencing grace and mercy. Spirit often sends subtle signs when grace and mercy are at work. A sense of peace that comes without explanation. A second chance appearing after a failure. Forgiveness offered by someone you wronged. An unexpected blessing arriving when you are most in need. The deep knowing that you are loved, even in your imperfection. These are not coincidences. They are reminders that you are held in the embrace of something greater than yourself. The spiritual meaning of grace and mercy is a reminder that you are never alone, never forgotten, and never beyond the reach of divine love. Grace gives you gifts you did not earn, and mercy spares you from burdens you could not bear. Together, they invite you into a life of humility, gratitude, and compassion. So the next time you sense grace or mercy moving through your life, pause and give thanks, for it means the universe is speaking directly to your soul. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dreamwalker Journeys. Together, we'll continue exploring the spiritual truths, hidden signs, and divine mysteries that guide our path beyond the ordinary.